United Airlines CEO's first interview apologizing again for a passenger being dragged off a plane that was reportedly overbooked, but pretty much blaming the airport security officers who United called in for help. And it turns out United even admitted the flight was not overbooked. My next guest is tired of people blaming the guys who put themselves in harm's way. He's Dallas Fallen Officer Foundation President, Sergeant Demetrick Pennie. He joins me now. Okay, the 3 officers have now been put on leave after the incident. The United CEO is basically saying that these officers did not use common sense, that they were too forceful, that when they pulled him out of his seat, he hit his head on that plastic, the side of the chair, the passenger seat. Could they have used more common sense and not have been so forceful?
Well, let's first address the issue. I mean, the officers were there because they were required to be there. They received a call about an unruly passenger on the plane that was behaving belligerent. So the officers showed up, and they had to get the passenger off. They would have had to. And let's address the issue. I mean, it's not a police brutality situation. When they went to get Dr. Doe out of the seat, he was refusing to get up. And as with any situation, they were at empty hand. They were at soft empty hand and putting hands on him to get him out the seat.
But, Sergeant, you can see the reaction of people on the plane. All right, Sergeant, hang on. When he was pulled out of the seat, he hit his head on the side of the other seat. That looked pretty brutal. He was bleeding. And to your point, we do have new video of the passenger. Again, he was bloodied and dragged from that flight. To your point, he is seen refusing on new video to obey the request to leave the plane. Let's take the listen.
No, I'm not going. I am not going. Well, you can track me down. I won't go. I'm not going. I stay right there.
All right. Now that United passenger, he's Dr. David Dow. He's filing a court action. He's saying to United, you got to preserve their surveillance videos, a cockpit voice recording, the passenger and crew list, all materials related to the flight. It sounds like it's more against United, not security, though, right? What do you think?
Right, and it should be. It should be. And let me say this, Liz. Anytime an officer tries to put hands on an individual that's passively resisting, there are going to be situations where the suspect is injured or the individual is going to be injured subsequent to the officer putting their hands on them. Nothing that I saw on video looked malicious, right? But at the same time, I will say that he's a victim. Dr. Doe is a victim, but he's a victim of policy. He's a victim of the United Airlines policy. The police officers should not have been there because they overbooked. It was about money.
I hear what you're saying.
They brought those officers onto that plane, and they put those officers in a situation, a vicarious situation that could potentially result in liability.
It is one tough story. Sergeant Pennie, thank you, and thank you for keeping us safe.